started. YouTube channel is still live, so we're going to keep that as it is. So we have the youth leaders also in the session. If they want to continue to learn the exercise also, that would be wonderful. So, we can start our exercise session now. Be blessed.
Thank you. Yeah, be blessed by the divine. I'll be doing the demo. Tyagarajan Ayya will give the instructions and go over the PPT.
Okay. Tyagarajan Ayya, do you like to share the PowerPoint or?
Yes, yeah. Actually, yes. This is the only page I think was not updated. The PPT, the PDF given to me was had a different date. But I think yes, I can share from the next slide onwards, and I'll go on explaining.
Okay. Go ahead, Ayya. You can share. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the demo is the one you're going to show the video, right, Ayya?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Demo.
Yeah, I actually I've logged into two sessions, Sky KT and Tyagarajan KT.
Okay,
can you enable Tyagarajan KT? Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Be blessed by the divine. May the grace of a Guru always be with us and guide us. I wholeheartedly welcome you all to this important session, aka fondly call this body meditation. Let us begin. We are at a time in history where we are witnessing the advent of industrialization, the pinnacle of it, machineries, automation, urbanization, and so on. But this brings in its own set of challenges to human beings. They say for every problem we solve in the modern days, we introduce two new problems, at least, on average. So with the advent of industrialization, automation, technology, we inadvertently introduced some things that are counterproductive, where we don't find time to invest in our body, health, harmony, and longevity. So, as the overview of the session explains, this is exactly why the need for investing in physical harmony. We all understand the body or the human being is not just the physical form, although we perceive it that way through our senses, but the happiness, so-called, is defined the harmonious relationship between body, mind, and soul. The harmonious relationship. Now, for the body and the mind to be in harmonious relationship with the body is the foundation that has to be well nourished and kept in a proper functioning form. And thus the need arises to keep them in well-nourished, harmonious state. Now we understand how the physical labor work, because of the industrialization and automation, brought our physical activity to a minimum right now. And this is only, or increasingly so, in the last 20, 30 years. And obviously the machines have replaced a lot of our mundane tasks. And although the industrialization bring in efficiency into human lives, mass production, but although that was to address the masses, the problem how to address the masses, but we bring in additional problems inadvertently. That is, our physical body has lost its shape and harmony. The adventurous lifestyle we have today will not obviously accommodate us to get back in shape. And if you do, there are numerous systems and practices, exercise routines, strenuous, athletic exercises, and so on. But those are really complicated, often time-consuming, and do not necessarily go well with our lifestyle, and especially the limited time we may have in hand on a day-to-day basis to be able to invest in, for the body, the harmonious relationship with the body. So the sound body is fundamental to the mind and the soul. And therefore, we have to find a way, a system that can give the maximum benefit and maximum utilization of time, and at the same time simplified as well. Hence, Swamiji thought about all this and came up with this simplified exercise. Now we call this body meditation fondly. He had thought through, he had grasped the best of the yogic practices, the current lifestyle challenges, and time in mind, and brought about this system. So it is necessary that we understand its value in the all-around development of a personality. Let us get into the details. This was developed by our guru, Sri Vedatri Maharishi, after years of intense research and practice, and being put to test to make sure it is well suited for the current lifestyle and the generation and the future. The unique specialty of our system is that no limb or internal organ of the practitioner is subjected to any strain. At the same time, it gives the right touch and energizes the organs in and out, and that to the entire body. So the exercises were based on body and mind, and with focus of bringing in harmony between the body cells, life force, and for the overall health of body, mind, and soul. In essence, with the help of this exercise, we will be able to bring in the proper blood circulation, heat circulation, and air circulation to our body and the organs. And thus, we bring a harmony between the three fundamental principles of human, that is body, mind, and soul. So the exercise is pretty gentle, very easy to practice without side effects, and covers the entire body and organs within, both internal and external. And there are general guidance that anyone in the age of 8 to 80 years, and if God willing, if we practice, as we now know, Swamiji, he lived up to his 95 years. He practiced even in his 90 plus years. So I feel there is no limit. As long as you live, you should be able to practice these exercises. And it only takes about 40 minutes a day. But this is a quality time that you can invest for yourself, for your betterment of your body. And place can be not necessarily be an open space like the others. It can be, well, sort of ventilated room. But a mat is recommended to practice these exercises. And it is supposed to be done in an empty stomach. And if you had lunch or a heavy meal, it is recommended that you wait about 4 hours or until what you ate fully gets digested. And women are not recommended to do these exercises strenuously during monthly cycles. Pregnant women are also shouldn't be doing these exercises until the delivery. Although there are some nuances to this, certain breathing exercises and certain neuromuscular exercises can be practiced with proper guidance from the master. Okay. Here are the components of simplified physical exercise. So it consists of 9 set of exercises, starting with hand, leg exercises, neuromuscular and breathing exercises, exercise for the eyes, Kapalabhati, Maharasana, and massage for the body and the organs, acupressure, and relaxation. Okay, now let us begin with a hand exercise. Prabhu here will be doing the demonstration of the postures. Let us follow along. Aya?
If we stop the presentation, the video will be prominent. If we start the presentation, the video will go as a small sized window. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So posture 1, hand exercises. We first stand erect and keep the feet 6 inches apart, as Balaji is showing. Yes. Lift the hands above the head to the full stretch and join the palms and fingers together above your head, as I was demonstrating. The arms should be close enough to the ears, and keep the arms up in the same position for at least 4 complete normal breaths. Okay, so as you do this, just notice Ayaz has closed his eyes, and after 4 breaths, you can bring your hands down. So throughout this exercise, you should be closing your eyes. And as you're learning it for the first time, you can keep your eyes open. It's okay. But when you do it for real, you should be closing your eyes for maximum benefit. Then once you bring down the arms, you breathe normally for 2 times. And then you repeat this exercise for 3 times. Ayaz is doing for the second time, lifting the hands above the head for the stretch, join the palms and fingers together. Arms should be close to the ears, and keep the arms up in the same position for 4 complete normal breaths. Then slowly bring the arms down to the thighs and rest for 2 normal breaths. And the third cycle. Arms should be close to the ears. Keep the arms up in the same position for 4 complete breaths. Then slowly bring the arms down to the thighs and rest for 2 normal breaths. So this is posture number 1. Now posture number 2, we spread the hands sideways at the shoulder level. Let the palms face in front. Now move the arms to the front at 90 degrees to the chest, and join the palms and fingers in front of the chest, as Ayaz is showing. Exhale, bringing the hands together, and spread the hands by moving them sideways to the back at the shoulder level. Inhale while moving the hands sideways. So as you get the hands together, you exhale and you spread them, moving them to the side, you inhale. So just so I give the fundamental of yoga. So this is what is called posture and counter posture. So the 2 fundamental things in yogic posture are posture and counter posture, and the breath. So if the posture that you are doing is related to shrinking your lungs, then you exhale. If it is stretching, then you inhale. And that's exactly what Balaji just demonstrated. Right? So we just did the posture and counter posture. And we do this for 5 times. So yeah. Okay. Now we'll move on to posture number 3. Stand erect. Join the fingers of the right hand. And you can see how the fingers are joined. And this is to maximize the energy and with minimum consumption of energy, maximum utilization. Okay. Stand erect and rotate the arm clockwise 5 times. And as you rotate, the hands go closer to your ears, as close as possible. 5 times. And thereafter, rotate the left hand again with the same mudra, clockwise 5 times. And then you do the anti-clockwise 5 times. Same way, one hand after the other. And your breathing should be normal. You shouldn't be holding your breath or no erratic breathing, just normal breathing. You inhale as required, you exhale as required. Thank you, Iya. Move on to posture number 4, keeping the fingers of both hands in the position as shown here, and rotate both the arms anti-clockwise. Elbows should be kept straight without bending. 5 times. Make sure you continue to breathe normally and your eyes are closed. And do this exercise clockwise 5 times. So you could, although we typically start with anti-clockwise, but you could do it either way. You can start with clockwise, anti-clockwise too. There's no harm in that. Okay, posture number 5, keeping the fingers in the same position as we just did, but keep the right leg 1 foot in front of the left, keep the right arm in front and left arm in the back as I is showing, and rotate both the arms anti-clockwise as we start with, just like you're swimming a backstroke. Make sure your elbows are straight, not bending. Your eyes are closed, normal breathing. 5 times. And we do the same clockwise 5 times. Make sure your head and shoulder remain straight. You don't bend or do any strenuous posture there. Normal breathing. Posture number 6, stand erect. Now we keep the feet about 1.5 feet from each other or 18 inches apart. Lifting your arms to your shoulder level and keeping the thumbs touching at the tips like Aya's doing at a distance of about 1 foot from in front of your face, or let's say at the chin level, right? Now we're going to turn the whole body gently to the right, keeping the eyes on the tips of the thumbs. When you turn right, pivot on the big toe of the left foot and keep the right foot entirely on the ground, like Aya is doing. You turn the whole body jointly to the left. When you turn left, pivot to the big toe of the right foot and keep the left foot entirely on the ground. Yeah. So throughout this exercise, your eyes should be focusing on the, now, so you, of course, you will be keeping the eyes open now at this stage, focused on the tips of the thumbs, and you do the posture and the counter posture as you move your body to the left and the right. Normal breathing. Thank you. Now we move to the posture number 7. Stand keeping the feet parallel, somewhat closer, maybe a few inches in between, or let's say about 8 centimeters apart. Place the hands on the kneecap, bending the trunk forward a little bit and bend the knees forward slightly. Keep the knees close together. Rotate the knees together slowly, clockwise, 3 times.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So he needs to keep at least 6 inches gap between the feet. Yeah.
Yes, sir, yes. They say 8 centimeters apart.
Which is 6 inches.
Okay. Yeah, or, yeah, okay, 6 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep the knees close together. Rotate 3 times, or you could do even 5 times. No harm in it. If you're feeling adventurous, rotate the knees 3 to 5 times clockwise and anti-clockwise 3 to 5 times. Again, rotate the knees clockwise 3 to 5 times. So the benefits, this will help to a larger extent to circulate the blood, heat, and the airflow and the life force in hands, arms, and helps you to get normalcy and regulate all these flows. Hands and shoulders are strengthened. Arthritis in conditions where the limbs become numb during the rest are reduced and possibly cured. Pains in shoulder joints and knee joints are cured. Trembling of hands and pain in finger and the joints are cured as well. Right? We now move on to leg exercises, the second portion of it. Now we're going to sit on the floor, extending the legs and keeping the feet about 18 inches apart. Keep the hands behind as Aya is shown. Bend the feet inward till the big toes touch the floor, as Aya is doing, or as much as possible. And then stretch the feet outward till the little fingers touch the floor. Do as much as possible. And slowly, some of you may not be able to do it immediately for the first time, but as you do this, by practice, you'll be able to achieve this. And we do this exercise 5 times in each direction by waving the feet inward and outward. And we move on to posture number 2, where we keep the feet about 12 inches apart. Turn both the feet simultaneously towards right, so that small fingers of the right foot and big toe of the left touch the floor. We turn the feet simultaneously towards the left, so that the small finger of the left and the big toe of the right touch the floor. So this is posture and counter posture. And we do this exercise 5 times each side. And make sure your knees are not bending. Your legs remain straight. We go to posture number 3. We keep the feet about 1 foot apart. Rotate the feet clockwise 5 times. And rotate the feet anti-clockwise 5 times. And we complete it by rotating the feet clockwise 5 times. Normal breathing. So this is posture and counter posture. Make sure you're not bending your knees. And we move on to foot reflexology. We keep the right foot on the left thigh. Using both the thumbs of hands, we press and massage the right foot in the manner that Aya is going to illustrate now. The other 4 fingers should rest on the outer foot to help pressure being applied evenly. Right. So we start with the big toe and then the fingers next to them, one by one. And we give about 5 pounds of pressure, as they say. So by this, we are regenerating our organs associated with these, with the nerve endings that are here. So our nerve endings of our body parts are ending in the foot, that is the sole, our palm, navel point, and in a few other places. So this is an important exercise we do to regenerate our internal organs. So this is what we initially mean by not straining our internal organs so much, but at the same time we regenerate our organs or improve the blood, air, and heat circulation for these organs. So we started off with the right toe, then next toes, and then we moved on to the foot, the sole of the foot, starting from the region below, big toe to the small, across the foot. Then we came down in a zigzag fashion. And make sure you use both the thumbs and you continue to give about 5 pounds of pressure. And you could, as you reach the sole here, this is the thickest portion of your leg, the heel basically, you could give more pressure as this can handle it. And if you feel pain anywhere, don't worry about it. Only if the pain is sustaining, then you can get in touch with your masters. They will be able to guide you. And ankle, now we are applying the pressure on the ankle. So we press the part on the ankle joints. Thumb should press the inner side of the joint and other 4 fingers should press the outer side, as I just demonstrated. Now, thanks, Aya. Yeah, now we're going to massage the ankle. So the right palm over the inner side of the ankle joint and then left palm on the outer side of the ankle joint. Massage the ankle joint simultaneously on the inner side and the outer side. So we do this clockwise direction 3 times and anti-clockwise 3 times. And we complete this clockwise 3 times. And we're going to do foot rotation. We hold the right leg at ankle in the right palm and then the toes by the left hand. And rotate the foot using the left hand clockwise with toes going downwards. Do this rotation 5 times, clockwise, 5 times, anti-clockwise, and 5 times clockwise. After this, we apply pressure with both hands from ankle joint to the knee joint. Just one way, bottom up, that's it. Do not press any point too much if you feel pain or tenderness while pressing or massaging a point. Okay. Now, I would like to show you a quick foot reflexology PPT, just so we get the whole picture of why we do this and what are the internal organs associated with the nerve endings on these points. Okay, so as you can see, our toes are connected with pituitary gland. So this is what we say without even touching the pituitary gland. I mean, if you had to touch it physically, it is going to be very difficult without operating. But this is one easy way to regenerate, replenish these organs. And your head and sinus related nerve endings are here as well. And the thyroid and parathyroid nerve endings are just right beneath the big toe. And your thymus, ear, spinal region, nerves are all here. So I think we should be able to share these details with you, but you can go through it offline. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us, right? So this will help greatly improve these organ functions by increasing the blood circulation, heat circulation, and air circulation to these organs. Okay, now let us go back to the poster number 5. Let me just stop the sharing. So so we do this foot reflexology on both the legs. So remember the rule of thumb that we discussed in the beginning: posture and counter posture, and the breathing. Right? Your breathing is normal, but because you started off with your right leg, and you, as a counter posture, you do the same on the left leg also. And the place where Aya is pressing the ankle has nerves or nerve endings to prostate, uterus, hemorrhoids, sciatic nerve, lower lumbar nerves, and all this. And on the other side, you have the lymph glands, ovaries, and testes on the outside foot. Okay. Thank you, Ria. Now we move on to the next posture. And we're going to sit what we call Vajrasana posture, as Aya is demonstrating. We keep our right toe over the left, and we close it. We keep the heels apart and sit comfortably between the heels. Place the hands on the back, touching the spinal column, and the 2 thumbs the side. Slightly press and massage the back from the upper part of the body to the lower, over the kidney region. We do this 5 times. So this is what we say: without reaching the kidney, we massage the kidney. So as we sit this way, kidney kind of protrudes a little bit backwards, and this gives the opportunity to massage the respective organs. So the benefits are, so we just do this exercise for 5 times, and our legs are strengthened, blood circulation gets regulated in all parts of the abdomen, and this exercise is curative and preventive for sciatica and arthritis. By pressing and massaging the sole and the toes, important organs in the body, such as heart, lungs, intestines, and brain, are activated. Yeah. I think we now can move over to neuromuscular breathing and Maharasana. So the physicality of these practices: massage the liver, the spleen, the intestine, basically the diaphragmatic area, the organs in the diaphragm, as they call it, and in the kidney, everything. So it strengthens the abdominal muscles, activate pancreas to produce the correct quantity of the insulin for making the blood sugar to the normal state, and eliminate the complications of diabetes, ventilate the lungs, normalize activity of endocrine glands, control the activity in the uterus, ovaries in case of women, and relieve them from menstrual disorders, regulate the functions of the symptomatic and parasympathetic nerves, sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. A regular practice to these techniques results in radiant health, and any bulging in the stomach should shrink back to its appropriate normalcy. Overweight of the body will get reduced gradually, combined with meditation. This can help in a longer run. And anxiety will also be replaced by calmness, and a new and healthy attitude sets in. Right? So with neuromuscular exercise, we sit the knee posture, Vajrasana, with the right hand, with the right big toe over the left, as we saw before. Now fix the joint fingers in between. This is called Chin Mudra. Yes. And then we keep that in the abdomen, as I was demonstrating, and the other fingers over your thighs. And we inhale slowly and deeply, exhale slowly and simultaneously bend forward as much as possible without any strain. So here, imagine the rule of thumb for the postures. Our lungs are shrinking, so we exhale. Now, as we stretch backwards, our lungs are expanding, so we inhale. So now we exhale. So imagine, just pay attention here. Your bottom should not be raised off the heels. During the bending forward, the spinal cord, neck, and the head should be in straight posture, about 90 degrees or straight. Then inhale slowly as you move backward and deeply, simultaneously as you raise the body to the upright position. And do this exercise for 5 times. We move on to the next posture. Maintain the knee posture. Bend both the thumbs into the palms of both hands. Close 4 fingers over the thumb and keep the fists joint in your lap. And you inhale deeply. So pay attention to how Aya is doing. So make sure your fingers are facing upwards, they're facing you. And as you bend forward, you exhale. And you inhale slowly and deeply while raising the body back to the upright position. We do this exercise 5 times. So for both posture 1 and 2 here, you should not bend your neck or head. Imagine your spinal cord, shoulder, neck, and head are a single stick that shouldn't be bent. So if you are bending, you're just bending your all in the same line. And then you're going back to the erect position. Okay, so we are moving on to next posture. So we do this exercise for 5 times. Now the next posture, we sit comfortably in a cross-legged position. This Sukhasana, or kids call this crisscross applesauce. Cover the navel with the right palm and touch the right ear with the left fingers, as I is showing. Folded left arm should touch and press the left chest. Keep the body erect and face straight. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply without retention of breath. So that is inhale as much as possible and exhale as completely as possible. By doing this, a slight pressure is created on the front of the left lung. When the deep breath is drawn, the back of the left lung and the entire right lung are fully expanded. So we do this breathing for 5 times. Now we switch hands. Posture 4, change your hands, opposite side. Cover the navel with the left palm and touch the left ear with the right fingers. Inhale as deeply as possible. Exhale slowly and deeply and completely. Do not retain your breath at any stage. So you shouldn't be retaining or holding your breath anywhere. So this is the posture and counter posture method. So this will give a pressure on the front of the right lung, where the deep breath is drawn. The back of the right lung and the entire left lung are filled with air and fully expanded. We do this 5 times. Now we move on to posture number 5. We touch the right ear with the left fingers and the left ear with the right fingers, as I was demonstrating. Your left forearm should touch your chest and the right forearm should be over your left forearm. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Do not retain your breath or hold your breath at any stage. By this, the back portion of the body, both lungs are fully expanded. Do this breathing exercise for 5 times. Again, you are doing this exercise with your eyes closed. Move on to the next posture. Cover the right ear with the right palm and the left ear with the left palm, spreading the arms sideways. Fingers should touch the back of the head. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Here, both the lungs are fully expanded. Do this breathing exercise for 5 times. Again, your eyes continue to be closed. We're moving on to posture number 7. Cup your hands and do palming of the eyes with the left palm over the left eye and right palm over the right eye. The eyes should be closed. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Do this breathing for 5 times. Again, throughout these 7 postures, muscular exercise section. Do not retain your breath or hold your breath in any way. And continue to close your eyes. Okay, benefits. The neuromuscular breathing regulates the endocrine systems and oxygenizes the blood, ventilates the lungs, and increases the vital energy. It helps curing the headache, insomnia, asthma, and other chronic troubles. Tiredness is not felt even after working for the full day because you regenerated your body and organs with vital energy of blood, air, and heat. And functioning of the nervous system will also be greatly improved. Now, we shall move on to the eye exercises. Now we're going to sit comfortably in the kneeling posture, that is Vajrasana, and clasp hands with the thumbs together upright. Raise the clasped hands to a level slightly lower than the eyes and keep elbows slightly bent. Focus the sight of the eyes on the thumbnails. Keep this posture throughout these exercise. Now swing the hands horizontally to the right and left extremes. Do not turn your head. You will only be turning your eyeballs, focusing the thumbprints. So this is what we call a horizontal line. In mathematical symbol, this is minus, and then we do a plus. So after we do this exercise for 5 times, now we do a vertical line. So this becomes a plus sign over the minus. We lift the hands vertically upward as far as possible and bring them down to the lap. Swing the eyes up and down, along with the thumbs. So eyes should continue to focus and go along as your thumbs move up and down. Only your eyes should go up and down, and your head shouldn't be moving at all. After we do this for 5 times, we move on to diagonal. So in mathematical, this is the slash, right? Slash on the one side, diagonal. Move the hands up and down diagonally, starting from left lower corner, thigh, to the right upper corner, shoulder. Then bring down hands back to the starting point outside the left thigh, with eyes fixated on the thumbnails. Your neck should remain or you can turn slightly if it's very uncomfortable, but make sure it is, you don't move your head. After we do this for 5 times, we do the diagonal on the other side. So this is posture and counter posture. We do this for 5 times. We do not move the head, we only move the eyeballs, fixated on the thumbnails. Now, we're going to do the clockwise rotation. We continue to be on this posture, slowly move the hands and arms in a big circle, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Stretch your arms as much as possible to form a big circle. The eyes should move freely, following the direction of thumb. Move your head slightly with rotation. Well, it'll be wonderful if you can just move the eyeballs without moving your head. Then we do the anti-clockwise rotation 5 times. And then we finish it off with clockwise rotation 5 times. We're going to do the to and fro method of eyesight. We draw the hands close to the eyes at a distance of about 3 inches from the nose by bending the elbows, and then extend the hands away from the eyes, fully straightening the arms. Then bring your hands back close to your nose tip by bending the elbows. Now, as you bend or stretch your eyes, there is another method. You could, through the gap between the thumbnails, see an object about at least 20 feet away to improve your eyesight. So this is the 20/20. So you can do a variation of this as well. So through the gap between the thumbnails, you could see an object that is fixated as you move your thumbnails straighten far away from your nose tip. You could see through the thumbnails gap on an object and stay there for about 5 seconds or so, and then bring back. As you get it back, you refocus your eyesight on the thumbnails. So this will also greatly help improve your eyesight. Okay. Finally, we do palming, eye palming or eye relaxation. After completing the eye exercises, practice the palming your eyes. Lightly cover your closed left eye with your left palm and your closed right eye with your right palm. Fingers of left hand should touch the center of the forehead, and fingers of the right hand should be placed over the left hand fingers. Relax your eyes for at least 1 full minute. So these exercises will help correct defects in eyesight by toning up muscles around the eyes. It also prevents eye strains, itching, and other eye disorders. And by continuous practice, one can reduce the use of spectacles. Okay. Now we are the last posture or exercise of neuromuscular or Kapalabhati. This should be done with your eyes closed. From the beginning to the end of this practice, retain Mula-bandha. That is closing our anus muscle as tightly as possible, and sit comfortably in normal posture or Sukhasana. Place the right hand on the right lap. Close the left nostril with the left thumb. Exhale forcefully through the right nostril. Then inhale through the same right nostril. Then close the right nostril with the index finger. So we do this alternatively, posture and counter posture. Exhale forcefully through the left nostril and inhale through the right. Sorry, exhale forcefully through the left and then inhale through the left and then repeat on the other side. So we do this sequence for 10 times. Keep the left hand on the left lap. Rest for a minute between cycles. So during this practice, a breath shouldn't be retained or held. While exhaling, breath should be forcefully let out. Inhaling is done quickly, but gently and naturally. Mouth should be kept closed at all times. So this helps with the regulating the high blood pressure, hernia. But there is a precaution if any one of you is experiencing either heart problems or any of the ailments we just talked about. You should take the advice of the nearest master. The benefits: it cures the sinus, dust and other particles from the nose, and the sinuses are removed. Body becomes energized and helps regulate the blood circulation in the brain cells. Okay. So as far as do's and don'ts are concerned, anyone having high blood pressure, hernia, or heart problems shouldn't be doing this exercise. They should seek advice from the doctors and the master.
I have 3 times we have to repeat. I'll repeat the second and third cycles. Kapalapati.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can. So they're saying you can do it for 10 times. Yes, you can continue. Yeah.
3 cycles. 3 cycles. I'll just for the completion.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So there are some do's and don'ts in general that folks suffering from ailments such as heart trouble, high blood pressure, so on, need to seek advice from their doctors and Sky Master. And you could take a sip of water after you're done with this exercise. But any other type of food, solid or liquid, can be taken about 15 minutes after completing these exercises. And there are, throughout these exercises, the practitioner should endeavor to concentrate on the movement of the body. It is therefore suggested that the eyes should be closed wherever it is instructed to do so. And the physical exercises should not be done directly on the floor. A mat or thick spread on the floor should be used. So it may take about half an hour once you master this set of exercises. And it is suitable for all climatic conditions. So those who have undergone surgery should start practicing these exercises after about 3 or 4 months, but I would advise talk to your doctor and Sky Master before you begin this. And you can, for reference, look at the Simplified Exercise book or a PDF or other materials while you're having doubts or while you're getting mastered on this. Special instructions for women. Pregnant women after 2 months of pregnancy should not be doing the following exercises. Posture 1, posture 2 of the neuromuscular breathing exercise as you bend back and forth.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah. Can you please share your screen? Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we have gone through up until Kapalapati. Okay. We'll now begin Maharasana, but I will just state a few special instructions for women. So there are posture 1 and 2 of neuromuscular breathing exercises, and part A and part B of Maharasana should not be done by women who are pregnant, and other exercises can be done, but with proper guidance. We always recommend you seek the guidance of the Sky Master or one who is well versed in this. And I think this is pretty much it from what we could cover in session 1. We can move on to Makarasana.
Yeah, we will cover the rest of the sessions now. Chandra Kumar is back. So I can do the voiceover. Yeah, Prabhu here.
Okay.
A voiceover. Yeah, then Chandra Kumar is there. He will do the demonstrations. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Previous.
Any questions so far? We'll take a quick few questions.
Yeah, can I get a PDF version of these exercises? That way I can refer to it.
We will share this PDF to all. So,
okay.
Yeah, and there is a physical exercise book which details out exactly in the way Tyagaya explained. I think you can see, but if you're in India, you can go to the center and get it. Here online, you can get it. We will share you the steps how you can purchase that book. So it should be a few dollars. So,
yeah.
The actual book. Then we will also share you this PDF, so it's for your easier.
Sure. Yeah, I'm here in Chicago land. If there is any center close by, I can come there. Obviously, we are in COVID situation now. Yeah, PDF will be really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're not speaking, can you go on mute? Is my voice clear here? Just want to be sure.
Yes, it is very clear.
It's very clear.
Yes.
Okay.
That's very clear. Yeah.
So we'll start Makarasana. Chandrakumaraya, you are there, right? You are like, I'll go through a couple of minutes. You should be able to.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm ready here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I can share the PPT, so that is fine. Let me share the PPT.
Okay. Yeah. I'll unshare.
Yeah. Thank you.